guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. I have a really exciting video for you guys, and that is 23 things to learn before the year of 2023. As you guys know, 2022 is coming to an end, and who knows if it was a good year, a bad year, an okay year, a stressful year, or whatever it may have been for all of us. We all go through different things, and I just wanted to say right now that that's completely normal, but I wanted to share some things that I learned this past year that have improved my 2022. So with all that being said, I have a whole list, 23 things of things that will improve your 2023, and I thought I would share it with you guys. I'm going to read through the list. I literally got this notebook from Target the other day, and it's so cute. Look at the paper. I'm like obsessed. So I have this whole list for you guys that I'm going to go through. So number one, I have wake up early. I know that waking up early could seem like a very annoying task, but I promise once you get into the routine of waking up early, it is actually something that will set your mind up to just have a really nice day. In 2021 and 2022, and even in the end of 2020, I actually was working at Orange Theory, and I had to wake up at like 4 a.m. sometimes for work, and I still wake up at 4 a.m. sometimes for work now, even though I no longer work at Orange Theory. But what I wanted to explain to you guys is even though it was hard waking up at 4 a.m., and don't get me wrong, it still is, it really set me up to just have a really good day. And why, you might ask? Because I am able to get so many things done by 12 o'clock. It's just a very good thing that allows me to keep going, and I'm the type of person, when I see success, I want to keep going. So when I noticed that I was getting things done and it was still daytime outside and I had so much more time throughout the day, I was genuinely just getting more happy. So that is why my number one thing on here is to wake up earlier. And I'm going to emphasize it's going to be hard, but once you get into the routine, I promise slowly by slowly you will see a difference. For number two, I have set goals. Now, I am someone who always emphasizes how important it is to set a goal for yourself, because no matter who you may be or no matter what you may be trying to achieve, because obviously we're all trying to achieve something different, it is so important to set up a good list for yourself, to set goals. Now, the reason I say this is because it is actually proven that if you write something down on paper, it's more realistic to come true, just because you can see it and kind of visualize it. I literally wrote a list down for myself of everything for 2022 that I wanted to accomplish, and I am not joking when I tell you guys that most of those things I did accomplish, and I really think writing them down did have a factor in that, because I saw it every day and I was like, oh yeah, I have to go work out today to get to my goal. I have to go study today to get to my goal, and everything like that. And when I saw it and kind of like had it down on a list, I was like, okay, I have to do this, but also I get to. That's another thing I wanted to emphasize right now. I replaced I have to with I get to, because I'm the type of person that if I say I have to, I will get into a mode where I don't want to do it. For example, if I say I don't want to go work out, then I'll think like, oh, well, I don't have to. So now I changed it to I get to work out, because it allows me to realize I have the ability to work out, so I'm going to go work out. So that's basically kind of how I tricked my mind into accomplishing my goals, because it's really all about mindset, and when you get your mind on the right track, then everything else will start to flow. All right, so the next thing I have that goes along with goals number 3 is to notice your accomplishments. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but it is so important to notice the good things you do. For example, if you graduate college, give yourself credit, reward yourself. If you even go to a workout that you've been having a hard time going to, or even if you study an hour for a test and you are having a hard time doing that, give yourself credit. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt and realize, hey, I did this. I deserve credit. I deserve a reward. Because when you give yourself credit for the accomplishments that you actually achieved, you will start to realize how happy you get, and it will just slowly all fall into a pattern of, oh my gosh, I did this. I am proud of myself. A lot of the time, I'm very hard on myself and I don't give myself enough credit. And I know that if I'm going through it, there has to be other people that are going through it as well. So just please remember that yes, things are going to happen. They're not always going to go as planned, but when they do, or when you do something that you're having a hard time doing, give yourself credit for the good, because I promise it'll bring you a long way. Number 4, this again goes with goals, but it's to remember the why. Remembering why you started is really important, because it helps with motivation. So if there's one day where I don't want to go to the gym, I will ask myself, why did I start? Why did I want to do this in the first place? And then when I remember why I started, I get really happy with myself and I will want to do it more, if that makes sense. Number 5, I have make sleep your priority. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal to make sleep your priority, but I promise you will be more energized and want to be more productive if you are getting enough sleep. If you are someone who goes to sleep at like 3 a.m. and has to wake up at 6 a.m., or someone who goes to bed at 2 a.m. and has to wake up at 8 a.m., whatever it may be, if you are not getting enough sleep, your body won't be able to perform the way that you want it to. So if you allow yourself to get more sleep throughout the night, you will actually be more productive, and I can't stress how important it is just for your health to be getting enough sleep. So please, please, please try and get enough sleep. Even if it's improved by 30 minutes a day, I promise it will make a difference. And I'm not certified in anything that I'm talking about, I just want to put that out there, but from my own experience, it has really helped, and I know it's proven online that if you get the right amount of sleep, it will help you. So just keep that in mind and try your best to get enough sleep. Number 6 is to learn that failure is okay. I have been someone who has always been really hard on myself, and I get very upset when I feel like things don't go as planned. And the number one thing that has helped me is learning that failing is okay, and failing leads to success. There's been many times where I have failed things and I didn't think that there was going to be a positive outcome from it, but I started to just remember that everything happens for a reason, and just because you fail one time does not mean you're going to fail the next time. And I also realized that that failure may actually be leading me to become successful. So that's just another thing I wanted to add in here, because when you fail, just remember that it has to happen in order for you to succeed. Number 7, I have learned how to manage time better. I don't know how many times in college I would just sit on my bed and watch a YouTube video or watch Netflix instead of studying, and it was such a very bad thing to do because I literally was cram studying for certain classes in the beginning of my semesters because I was like, oh my gosh, why did I not manage my time right? Or towards the end of the semester, once I realized what I was doing wrong, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much better because I learned how to manage my time. So during the end of my semester in college, I was actually only studying, and it was getting really hard because I was very stressed out because I wasn't allowing myself to have fun. And then during the beginning of the semester, I was focusing on other things rather than my studying, and managing my schedule just was not going as planned. And then once I started to make a to-do list and actually manage what I had to do and write out what times I should do things at, like time block things got so much better, and I was actually having so much fun, and everything just flowed into place. I do want to mention, I'm talking about semesters a lot. I am in a corporate job now, but I am talking about last year when I referred to college because I know a lot of you are still in college. So I just wanted to make that a little more relatable when I'm explaining like examples. Number 8, I have journal and gratitude. I can't express how much journaling and gratitude and just showing how thankful I am for certain things, even the little things, have impacted everything that goes on in my world. So basically, when I started journaling, I wasn't in the greatest of points, and when I finally was able to vision what was going on and realize that I had the ability to change what was happening in my mind and how I reacted to things, I was like, oh my gosh, I am in control. No matter how many times I wanted to believe that I wasn't in control, there were so many things that I was in control of. And when I say in control, I mean of my reaction. Of course, I'm not in control of things that happen all the time, and that is something that was really hard on me. But when I realized that I'm in control of my reaction, it really helped me just become a different person, and I did that by journaling. So by journaling, I would reflect on my day, reflect how I could be better, and also reflect what I did good, because that's also very important. And then I would also write down things I'm grateful for. It's very important to express gratitude, so when I journaled, I would also write down 3 things a day that I was grateful for that day. Number 9, I have to state positive things throughout the day. I know that this may seem silly, but the more and more we allow our mind to hear positive things, the more we attract positive things. So throughout the day, I will literally say, I am happy. I am going to work out at 4 a.m. I am proud of myself. Just things like that that will get my mind to actually start believing it, because the more you say it, the more your mind will believe it, which is again helping your mindset. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm referring back to mindset a lot, because when I tell you guys it is a game changer, it will literally change everything if you could just change the way you think about certain things. Number 10, I have stick to a schedule and a routine. I cannot stress how important sticking to a routine is, because in the beginning of the year, I feel like everyone's thinking about their new goals. Everyone's sticking to a routine, everyone's on their game. And then as the year goes by, slowly and slowly, we start to fall out of a routine. But the more and more we can learn to stick to a routine, the more and more our bodies will thank us, because we will stay on track to getting to that goal. For example, again, it all goes back to goals. If you want to fall out of a routine and then you remember why you started and you remember your goal, you will be less likely to actually fall out of your routine, as long as you give yourself credit for how far you have came. Please do not forget to give yourself a pat on the back for everything that you've already done. Number 11, I have appreciate the little things. Appreciating the little things is so important, because I feel like everyone is always very excited for the big things, and of course, be excited for them and be grateful for them, but also just learn to live in the moment moment and learn to appreciate little things that are going on, because it will come a long way and they do all add up. For example, I put up my Christmas tree the other day and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was living in the moment and I was appreciating a little thing that brought me an immense amount of joy. Number 12 is to learn self-love. Having self-love is something that will get us a very long way, because when we learn to appreciate ourselves and to learn to love ourselves, it is very, very beneficial, and it will allow you to shine on the inside. And I am not joking when I say when you shine on the inside, more people will start to notice on the outside, and then you will start to hear people say, oh my gosh, something's different about you. Oh my gosh, something is like so shiny about you. And when people were saying this to me, it didn't make sense at first, but then when I was putting it all back into reflection, when I was journaling, I was like, oh my gosh, it's because I learned self-love. Number 13, I have learned to be active. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you have to work out, but it is very good to at least get 1 hour of some type of physical activity throughout the day. Now, whether this is by walking, by playing a sport, by doing gymnastics, by dancing, by doing yoga, by doing a YouTube workout, by doing a regular workout, by going to a workout class, by going on a run outside, literally whatever it may be will help you in some sort of way. Number 14, I have to stay organized. Staying organized is something that I stress all the time, because when I'm organized, I just feel more productive, and the more and more I can allow myself to be organized, the more and more I'm less stressed out, because when I know when things have to get done, when I know where something is, when I know everything to the T of the information of what I should know, I just feel in a better place, and it allows my stress levels to go down. Number 15, which I feel like a lot of people overlook, is to do something in your routines that make you happy. Of course, there's certain things that we need to get done. For example, I have work I have to get done. You guys might have school, you might have other responsibilities that you have to get done, and of course do them. By no way am I saying not to do them. It is very important to get those done when they need to be done. But when you have an hour of free time, or even 30 minutes of free time, make sure you're doing something that makes you happy. This will again improve how you look on your day and will improve your year overall. Number 16, I have to learn a new hobby. I can't stress this enough. I know I said that a lot in this video, but it's so true. The more and more you learn something new, the more and more opportunities you get to see if that something new is for you. So learning a new hobby can actually bring you something that brings you so much joy. And like I said, it's important to self-reflect, it's important to be happy, and it's important to find things that make you happy and will bring you that happiness. Number 17, stay motivated and believe in yourself. This all ties back to the beginning of the video, but when you believe in yourself, when you stay motivated, everything starts to fall into line, and the more and more you believe in yourself, the more and more you will see positive things start to come into your life. Number 18, I have trust your gut. I can't explain how many times this has happened to me throughout 4 years, I want to say. So basically, every single time I felt like something was going to happen, it did. Now, I'm not saying this is always going to happen, because it's not. A lot of the time, it is anxiety, and you do have to realize when it's anxiety and when it's your actual gut telling you that something isn't right. So basically, when I say trust your gut about a situation, you kind of have to learn how to determine whether it's an anxious type of feeling or whether it's a real feeling. Either way, I would just say to learn to trust your gut and be on the side of who you are. Number 19, I have to be confident and to remember that you are your own person. I think that being your own person is so unique, because it allows people to see who you really are for you. And when you're your own person, you just have this type of shine to you, and being confident will allow you to, again, shine on the inside. And when you shine on the inside, you also shine on the outside, bringing light out, which is very, very important because it benefits you. Number 20, I have to set a good habit. Setting good habits is very, very important, and I feel like if we can all set one new habit in our routine this year, whether it's drinking a glass of water in the morning, or waking up a little earlier, or going to the gym at a certain time and being consistent with it, setting one good habit will actually bring you a long way. And I know that some of these things may seem so little, but when they fall into the bigger picture, I promise they do matter. Number 21, and this is especially important right now, but also always, is to learn to spread love. Learning to spread love is so important, and sharing kindness in this world, especially in today's day and age, is so important. And if we can just say one nice thing to somebody a day, even if you just say, oh my gosh, I love your hair, or oh my gosh, I love your sweatshirt, I promise that compliment will turn their day around in some way, and you impacting their day in a good way will definitely help. Even if you get nothing back in return is really important, because it can help somebody else, and that's especially important in today's day and age. Number 22, give yourself time. I can't stress this one enough either, but giving yourself time to accomplish your goals is so important, and don't be so hard on yourself about it, because just remember that good things do take time, and as long as you're consistent with it, it will happen. Number 23, I have to listen to your body. Listening to your body is probably one of the most important things I can talk about. When you feel a certain way, please learn to listen to what your body is telling you. It will actually benefit you in the long run, and it will bring everything for your whole year to turn out a lot better. Even though it may not seem like it, I promise it will. With all that being said, that is the 23 things that I'm going to use this year to make 2023 a really good year. I hope that this video helped you guys out. If it did, let me know what you would change. We can help each other out in the comments. But with all that being said, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video really soon. Bye guys.